Voice of Nagaland News sab nyange sobke sogot kurese viewers kan achi April 6 aru Voice of Nagaland News etia Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee laga office se aigina ase achi bi yate takhan committee bra ekta press conference rakhigina ase aru edu press conference se cha parde takhan bra chanai dia nishina kali April 7 de yate government khan bra tribal soho kan ge yate ekta meeting matigina ase aru itu meeting laga opode yate committee khan ge invite nokure sugule do takhan itu kali meeting hobole thaka do ele do takhan abstain gurubo guina takhan janai dise kali meeting lobole thaka laga opode committee bra janai dia laga insap to achi takhan yate Dimapur pes CSOs khan logode ekta meeting boise gise aru date meeting boigina takhan resolution ekta adopt korise aru resolution adopt kura laga homoide takhan bra kali meeting kun government bra matigina ase aru department bra matigina ase itu takhan boycott kurubole ase guna itu ami khan huni ase aru yate laga press conference yate ekta dangur ami khan janibo pari thaka to yate committee bra janai dia do ele do yate jidi government laga side pra takhan ge indaka hi ignore kuri thakisu gele do takhan itu laga moina April 15 bra loigina yate Dimapur Road and Bridge Office PWD de takhan blockage lagawole ase aru takhan laga resentment dekhawole ase guna itu ami khan huni ase do viewers kan IB ami khan itu laga press conference lagawode details report apni khan ge update loigina janai dibo.
And first of all, on behalf of the Nfhrcc, I would like to thank all the media fraternity, the print media, the social and digital media, for taking the trouble to come here. And we are aware that you have been consistently following up this Foothill Road project, supposed to be the biggest and the longest project and the largest project in Nagaland, which you have been giving a priority to cover up, and we are cover up the happenings, and we are very grateful to all of you. And today, in regard to tomorrow's meeting, we had, along with the Dimapur-based tribal ho-hosts, which some of them were endorsed by the Apex tribal ho-hosts. We had a marathon meeting, and then we have just decided that the ho-hosts, especially the ho-hosts, they will stick to the 30th March resolution that they will boycott the tomorrow's meeting until unless the government had included the Nfhrcc. If not, to issue, they have to give some comments on the issuance of the second phase work order for the remaining portion of Foothill Road construction. And on the other hand, since 2013, the Nfhrcc, as endorsed by the Apex tribal ho-hosts, had been consistently and diligently pressurizing and advocating with the government of Nagaland to complete it, because for the last 60 years after statehood, the Naga peoples have been aspiring a connectivity road, which on the other hand called Naga Historical Road, and at the same time Naga Survival Road, which will cover almost 400 kilometers from Dizzy to Kilpa. So unfortunately, it is also the prerogative of the government of Nagaland to mobilize fund. But in fact, Nfhrcc used to give a helping hand to the government, especially on the quality control of the work. And at the same time, our effort was to strengthen the hands of the government efficacy and implementation of certain projects. But on the other hand, it's very unfortunate that it has somehow our mission have been misunderstood, and of late there have been a lot of pull and push between the government functionaries and the Nfhrcc. It is actually unfortunate, but since we are also very happy that the Apex tribal ho-hosts, as well as especially the Dimapur-based tribal ho-hosts, they are solidly behind the Nfhrcc. And in fact, we are also not doing on our own. Everything, whatever we do, whatever the movement we undertake, it is only after thorough consultation with our tribal ho-hosts. So thank you so much, and my other colleagues and will, say more about what is going to happen and what we have decided today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, media. As our secretary have already highlighted, today we have resolved that tomorrow the government is convening the meeting. We were expecting that the government will give us some green signals, but till that there's no indication. So it means that they will not invite us. So under the given situations, today the tribal ho-hos, along with the committee, we have deliberated and we have come up with one resolution that with effect from 15th of April 2026, we will block the office of the PWD office here in Dimapur, R&B department. So there we have already unanimously resolved that unless and until the government issue the work orders with regard to the second phase of the foothill road constructions, we will agitate by locking the office of the R&B office here in Dimapur. And see, in fact, we have many a time we have conveyed our opinions and our thoughts with the media at different levels. See, the Tuyang Bridge, which was constructed after issuance of the work order when the committee have initiated this project. It took around 10 years, and finally it was completed by the contractor concerned, Mr. Pokato Shohi and his son. But unfortunately, the state government, without even intimation to the committee, they have hijacked the Tuyang Bridge by inaugurating without any intimation to the committee. So which is very, very painful to the people of the state. Because it is not a committee, but it is the 14 tribal ho-hos. It means that the Naga public entirely. So that is one part which really make us very unhappy. How the government and how the department and how the Honorable CM have executed or they have integrated the Tuyang Bridge when the committee was been allowed to initiate the project for the last 9-10 years. So this, which is very, very painful till date. And since from 2022, the committee is humbly appealing to the, particularly to the Honorable CM, Dr. Ryu, to make an appointment with the committee because we want to sit with him and hammer out if there's any problems between the government and the committee. But till date, despite of our pleas and prayers, we are not getting an appointment. And over and above that, last year, 2025, when our Honorable Minister, he had made it very clear in the assembly as well as in the outside that his prayer was that give him time. Minister was saying that give me time, let me prove. So we have given him enough time to prove himself. And he made it very clear that if I couldn't execute the project in a way that's supposed to be, then I will resign on moral ground. And now what is happening in the project, he is well aware of. On 4th February, the department, the concerned department, having not satisfied with the performance of the contractor, particularly the JK Construction and Japu and Gopni, they have issued a show cause notice on 4th of February 2026. Subsequently, on 7th February, Honorable Minister Kaito Aye, he went for inspection. And he come up with a plea that no, the work is doing very well. The show cause notice was issued to the communication cap. Committee were saying that fine, if that is the reason, then it's okay. We have full faith on our Honorable Minister because he said that the work is going on good. And he even said to the extent of saying that he will issue the certificate, appreciation certificate, once the project is done by the concerned firms. So we were under the impression that fine, it is good. But right after that, again, it was in the social medias that we have seen that substandard works are happening, especially during the Bhakti divisions. And thereafter, no voice from the concerned department. If they are really intended to maintain the standard, the workmanship of the project, then they should speak it out. Those are the things we were expecting from the concerned minister, but nothing. And again, we were anticipating that in the assembly, this year assembly, which was started on 2nd of March, the committee and the people of the state were anticipating that at least some positive things will be discussed in the assembly with regard to the ongoing Foothill Road project. But unfortunately, again, the Honorable CM was saying that how he will build the road in the sky if the landowners are not ready to part the land, if no NOC is given to the government. In this regard, we made it very clear that 2013-14, all the landowners, they have given NOC to the committee. NOC was not given to the department, nor to the government, but it was handed over to the committee. After some years, Honorable CM was of the view that if the committee could hand over the NOC to him, he will take that NOC to the Delhi and discuss with the concerned ministry. So having full faith on the Honorable Minister, Chief Minister, we have the committee have handed over the NOC to our Honorable Chief Minister in the year 2018 itself. And now the question of not giving the land does not at all arise. Because for construction of Foothill Road, we need only one NOC, which we have already handed over to our Honorable CM back in 2018. And that is with regard to 2 lane. And now that particular 2 lane is ongoing, is under construction. And 2024 itself, after issuance of the work order, the first phase, the state government, the department have already received the administrative approvals. I think, if I'm not mistaken, is 430 plus crore in 2024 itself for second phase. And now, when the work is under progress, in fact, some hiccups are there in some divisions, but still the majority of the contractor, they have done their the contract work quite well, quite satisfactory. So instead of issuing the second phase work order, now the government is coming up with a plea that we have to go for 4 lane, which is not at all approved 4 lane. We know, we have seen very well the Dimapur Kohima 4 lane. This was when promised by the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee in 2003 when he came to Nagaland. He promised that I will construct the 4 lane between Dimapur and Kohima. And now we are in 2026. So when Prime Minister assured in the year 2003 to construct the 4 lane between Dimapur and Kohima, which is a little more than 60 kilometers. Now in 2026, not yet completed. And now we are talking, the government is talking about a 4 lane from Gilma to Dizit, which cover almost 400 kilometers. So how many years it will take? If 60 plus kilometers is not able to complete in 2026, which is almost, if we calculate, roughly it will come around 23 years after the sanction given by the Prime Minister. So now the project 4 lane is not at all approved by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Not yet all approved. And now which is ongoing, instead of completing that project again, they are talking that, which is very confusing. And in fact, there is no logic at all. And the other point is that we are praying before the Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Ryu, to make an appointment with him. Since 2022, we are praying. He is not giving an appointment to the committee for the last 4 or 5 years. Over and above that, last year, on 30th April, the government have convened a meeting inviting all the tribal hohos, even the women hohos, and even inviting our honorable 2 MPs from Delhi. And the number 1 agenda was to be discussed for Foothill Road, but the committee was not been invited, which is really questionable, Committee is looking after this project for the last 13 years. we are being endorsed by the apex tribal Hoho. So if the government invites Hoho, they may not be in a position to give the right status of the project because you are not handling the project. It is the committee who is looking after the affairs of the project for the last 13 years. And we are not invited in 30th April 2025 meeting also. That was been postponed. Subsequently, on 7 August 2025, again the meeting was convened by the Honorable CM. There also committee were not invited. But it seems the meeting was not so fruitful. It's happening on that line. Now, since from 2025 October, the committee is praying before the government and praying before the concerned department to issue the second phase work order under SASI. No response, no nothing. So finally, the Tribal Hoho had met on 30th March 2026. Before that, we have a sitting with the Dimapur Tribal Hoho. And thereon, the Tribal Hoho have served the ultimatum to the state government, giving 31st of March as the last date for issuance of the second phase work order. Thereafter, again, the government have set the meeting on 31st March, on the day when the ultimatum was supposed to be expired. Ahead of one day, the committee, along with the Tribal Hoho, we have a meeting on 30th March 2026, and thereon we have resolved that if the committee is not invited in 7 April's meeting, which they have postponed, the Tribal Hoho will not participate. That was the resolution passed on 30th of March 2026. And today also we reaffirm that. We reaffirm that no Hohos will participate in tomorrow's meeting. So this is the situation now.